Mansplaining, mansplaining. Only a man can explain. Mansplaining, mansplaining. Mansplaining, mansplaining. Only a man can explain. Mansplaining, mansplaining. Explain.
What is up? What is up? What is up? It is 10:32 on a Wednesday night, and you are exactly where you need to be. It's your man, it's your homie, it's your boy, Tonyjem, aka Mr. Why Not? Mr. Why Not? And this is Mansplaining, brought to you by WKDT 420. Too Lit Radio. You can find us on Live 365 app. Download that app and search for WKDT 420 Too Lit Radio, and you will find the best in independent and underground and mainstream hip hop and R&B. I'm telling you, it's like no other. I appreciate everybody that's chiming in. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you hear me loud and clear. I'm trying to see where everybody is. Just let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what city and state you're chiming in from. I'm trying to see where my people at. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get in here and holler at your boy, because that's what we do. We greet when we come around here. I appreciate each and every one of you that's tuning in right now. Those are the people that I consider my representatives of the fashion, of the truly gifted. These are the people that come in and start speaking and start commenting, and they take pride and they take the opportunity to come on the show and give their side about whatever situation we're talking about, whatever the subject is. Those are my people. Those are my representatives. I got to come up with another name for that group. I got to come up with another. You know, Arsenio Hall had the dog pound. Root, 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 root. I can't call him the dog pound, even though I was Arsenio Hall at my senior class day in high school. Anyway, that's a different story. Anyway, but we got to come up with another name or some way to let everybody know what's going on. You know, my representatives, Tyrone Carr. What's up? What's going on, man? From Birmingham, straight out of Birmingham, Alabama. My man Ty coming in, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hey, fellas, you know what it is. You know what we do. This is our show. This is where we get to express ourselves a little bit. You know, open up. Don't be afraid to say what you want to say. Let whatever's on your chest off your chest. Ladies, this is also a place where you can confide in us, where you can ask questions. When you got questions, we got answers. You know what I'm saying? You might not like that answers, but we got answers. So if you got any questions or concerns or anything you think I can help you out with, or another male that's out there watching can help you out with, please feel free to ask. Once again, come on in, everybody. Let me know where you're chiming in from. What city? What state? You know, what country? I'm still trying to find my first person outside the country that's logging on to the show. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my first international watch, first international eyes. That's what I'm looking for. But I appreciate everybody that's watching right now. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What else we want to do? Oh, yeah, I want to make sure that everybody that is watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, I want you to make sure that you do a couple things for me. Make sure you hit the emojis, like, love, whatever you feel or whatever. Make sure you comment for me. Let me know what's on your mind. But most importantly, the most important thing I want you to do, y'all know what it is. Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, share. Somebody said it. Somebody said it. The most important thing I want you to do. Jeremy P. Dunlap coming in from Glendale, West Virginia, baby. West Virginia. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So So yeah, make sure you hit that share button if you're on Facebook. Now, my YouTubers, hey y'all, I'm glad to see you. Glad to have you here. Make sure you hit like, make sure you comment, and make sure you hit subscribe. For all my people that's on Facebook watching, I'm trying to get y'all over there on YouTube, trying to get everybody over there on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe so you can catch every episode of Mansplaining. And matter of fact, make sure you hit that little bell, that little reminder, so every time we drop a video, you'll be there to see it. I'm telling you, we got some stuff coming up. I know we've been saying it. Stuff has been, COVID is real and it stops a lot of stuff. It's still stopping some stuff right now, but we try to push on through. Easter just passed this past Sunday. Hey, happy Resurrection Day. Happy belated Resurrection Day for those that believe. I'll say that for those that believe. What else happened? What else happened this week? I got my new glasses, y'all. I got my glasses. Y'all know I've been talking about my glasses for a minute. I've been without my glasses for about 4 months now. And finally I can see clear. Only thing I don't like, they're not able to tint my lenses like I had before. That's that Tonyjem. You see my picture right there? You see that picture? You see those they tinted. They couldn't tint my lenses. Somebody out there what are you called? Not obstetricians. The eye people. Yeah, the ocular people. Yeah. If anybody out there, if y'all can help me out and get some tinted lenses, help me out. I know my daughter might be able to help me out. I might be good on that. What else going on, y'all? Florida. Y'all, your boy is getting ready to head to Florida tomorrow. I'm heading to Florida for a few days with the radio station WKDT 420. Lit Radio, and we got some parties going on. We're going to be there interviewing artists. We're going to be there interviewing some stars. We're going to be doing our thing on the red carpet. We got a couple of mansions, a couple of pool parties. Your boy going to be down there. It's somewhere out just outside of Miami. I don't know. Don't ask me. All they said was free ride, free room and board. I said, I'm there. I can buy my own food. So you'll see me posting some pictures or some video, probably tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, Friday or whatever. Your boy will probably be on the beach. I'm trying to be on the beach as fast as I can. You know what I'm saying? So might go live there. Hopefully y'all get to tune in and catch a few things. Everybody that's coming in, I appreciate you coming in. Make sure you drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know where you are watching from, what city and state you're watching from, what city and state you are watching from. What else we got going on? Also, we got some rewards we're going to start giving out. We got some Cash App awards we're going to start giving out pretty soon, and it's going to be based on certain things that you have to do. And I promise you this, it's all going to be on YouTube. When it's time for us to announce it, it's going to be something that you have to do on YouTube to qualify for the Cash App reward. We're going to talk a little bit more about that probably next week. But I just want to kind of put the bug in your ear real quick. We're going to have some Cash App rewards coming out real soon. But again, everything that we do in regards to rewards or anything like that, it will be done through, it'll be something that you have to do on the YouTube page and not the Facebook page. It's on the YouTube channel and not the Facebook page, if you understand what I'm saying. Also, one more thing before I get ready to go into my first break, I do want to acknowledge again the movie that I'm in. For those that haven't had a chance to watch, it's on what's the app called? Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. I know you got Amazon Prime. Everybody got Amazon Prime. Go on Amazon Prime and look up the 90-day rule. Look up the 90-day rule on Amazon Prime. You'll get a chance to see yours truly try to get a little camera time. I have a couple other things on Prime and on YouTube, but that's the most recent thing right now. So go to Amazon Prime and type in 90-day rule and watch your boy, better known as Playboy in the movie. Check it out. Brought to you by BLD Productions. My boy Kareem and his brother TR the General. They did their thing. So we're trying to move some things. So Now, we're going to try to get ready to go into my first little break here. Then I'm going to bring my man in. I'm going to bring my ace in, the dude who always keep me on my toes, you know what I'm saying? So with some good info. So we're going to get ready to take this little break real quick. Let's see what we're going to hit him with. Time as a teacher? No, I ain't going to hit him with that. Cold summer? I don't know about a cold summer, but I know it was hot today. It was hot today. We're going to hit him with J-Cad, Cold Summer Freestyle. Let's see what he's talking about. Well, that ain't J-Cad. That's YN3. And we're going to break right here.
Mama told you to leave them folks alone. They're no good to leave you on your own. Your girls have been a VIP, but slick talk, they wanna leave with me. Pink bottles, a couple clear shots, couple goons with them teardrops, and I'm slicker than I can afford. Don't take pictures unless you know the boy. Got too much drip for you.
Hey,
I got too much drip.
Crystal P, out of Sandy Springs. Good to see you, sister. Great Randall. I see you, my boy. Out there in Louisiana. Hey. That right there, that's YN3, baby. That's YN3. The bad boy of funk is what they call him. The bad boy of funk, straight up out of North Carolina, Bull City. That's how he do it. YN3, that's what he do. That's what he do. So, welcome back after the little music break, y'all. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. I'm going to get ready to add my man up in here. We're going to see if we're going to chop it up about a couple of different subjects today and see if we can get this thing moving a little bit. You ready to come on in that thing, my man? Let me see if I can add you in there. If I click this right here, that might get you. Duckie boy.
Is that me?
Duckie boy.
Is that me?
Hold on, we having a little difficulty. Let me see if I can help you out here.
No, say it
No,
isn't so.
we good. There we go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay. Can the people out there in your audience hear me, dude?
I hope the people in the audience can hear it loud and clear. Y'all let us know what the audio is. Y'all let us know what the audio sound like. We want the bass to come out so clear. Please.
Yeah, man, because I have a huge announcement I need to make.
Yeah, man, because we've had some struggles over the last few days.
Yeah, strictly last few episodes, and man, I really want to apologize to everybody that checks us out, man. And we've been having a problem with the audio, and that's on us. We apologize. We're getting it together. We fired our engineers. We fired all the sound men. We started from scratch. We got rid of everybody, man. So now it's just me and Tony in our studios. So we still rolling, no matter what. You guys must understand, rain, shine, sleet, snow. Mansplaining is rolling. The question is, are you guys rolling with mansplaining?
That's what we need.
So I want you guys to think about that. Yeah, we need to.
We're trying to make sure.
That's right. So when y'all go to bed tonight and you're in bed, don't put your phones up. And I want you guys to really sit back and reflect and really think about if you guys are rolling with us or not. Think about it.
Yeah, we need some commitment.
We need true commitment, man. And
give us a chance. Hey, ain't that what we used to say back in the day? Give me a chance. Give us a chance.
Give me a chance. All right, please do that.
Check yes or no. Please check
yes. Hey, but check it out, Tony. I got wise. I quit putting the no box. When I used to write my notes, you don't have an option, baby. It's yes. I'm not giving you the option, man. Yeah, just check the box. That's all it's about, man. So that way you can't lose. I didn't like losing too tough. But the smart girls were still writing. They'll write it for me. No, with a big old square on it and the world's biggest check. But but anyway, man, what's going on, dude? Good to see you, man.
Man, it's good to see you too, man. It's good to see you, man. It's been a pretty decent week the last week. Man, that pollen count, ooh, man, it had me down. It had me down for the count on Monday night. It had me down for the count. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, listen, man. As you get older, your body starts talking to you, and I've been dealing with allergies, my whole life, basically. And I got to admit, in my 20s and 30s, Tony, I can handle it, and it really wasn't kicking my butt But ever since I got in my 40s, dude, it's gotten rougher and rougher. And my allergy season lasts longer and longer, too. So that's why I don't mind when it rains like it does, man, because it's a huge relief because it's been kicking my butt, too. So I have to keep Benadryl with me and that Claritin. But that Claritin to dry your eyeballs out, dude. Man, Claritin to dry your eyeballs out, man. I hate talking like this. Gosh, dude, man. Then, man, I ain't gonna say how big that booger was in my nose that dried up. We'll talk about that on our next segment, man. But other than that, man, things been pretty chill here in Birmingham, man. Trying to get used to this weather. We had that cold spell for a minute.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, today, you remember when you just said you were scorching hot?
Yeah.
Man, today I ran out there in my long sleeve shirt thinking, because I didn't get a chance to see the weather, thinking that I'd get some 70-degree weather, 65 degree. Yeah, I got roasted, man. I was sweating, man. I had to go to Circle K.
I feel you.
89 cents.
Speaking of which,
I am too
right now.
How's your cup?
What you say?
Hey, how's your cup? It's just a cup.
Don't worry about this. Don't worry about the cup. The cup is the cup. The cup is the cup.
Check this out. I got the mystery.
Y'all make sure you hit me up. My girl, All-Star Treats. My girl, Star Johnson. Hit me up. We'll get you one of these prompts. We'll get you one of these. So
I can tell them what's in my cup though. I'm still one of them guys that goes to the fountain machine and mix up my favorite flavors. So I got a mystery mix. I still do this. The murder mix, Sunkist, Fanta, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, so on and so forth. But nah, man, on a serious note, it's been an interesting week, Tony. I sat back and I'm trying to watch the George Floyd trial. Keep up with what's going on with that. That's one of the things. And I got amazed that it's amazing how the law works. And I understand why we had to implement laws back in the day, because human beings can be, we can be a trip sometime, man. And we'll run amok and be wide open if we don't have anything to keep us in line.
I think they're good. That's for anyone.
Yeah, big time. But still, it's so tricky. Man, you ever thought about lawyers, dude? Them jokers can go in there and defend a bloody murderer and pick apart the prosecution's their case and pick it apart to a point. They can get a bloody murderer off.
Back on the street.
Yeah, they are off back if he knows what he's doing.
All because he did his job. All because he did his job well. He get a murderer. He get a murderer off the route and back on the street.
Big time. And not to mention, the only thing you have to do is have some money to pay for a lawyer who's fine enough to get you off, man. And I'm saying that to say, the first couple of days I watched the trial, I had gotten sort of nervous because they were showing the video of George Floyd. And I ain't gonna hang on this too long. And then you know how they were trying to. I think the case they're trying to say is he was high and on drugs or whatnot, which is pretty much initiated the heart attack. But he did look like he was high and he was on something. Yeah. Because they got video of him when he was in the store interacting with other customers, and he looked like he was on something. And it's just to me, I just call it for, I'm a realist. And I think the way he was acting when they was trying to apprehend him and put him in the truck, his aggressiveness and whatnot, that just seemed like a sober dude, could do all that and whatnot. So all in all, that does not justify the fact that Derek murdered that brother. He's guilty, and I hope he gets it. But it's just very eerie and scary that if the lawyers do the right thing, they can get that dude off. They're not gonna get him for murder. I think they're gonna get him for manslaughter. And
it's gonna end up being excessive force. It's gonna end up being excessive force.
Yeah, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, what if? What if? Because Derek Chauvin, he's either one cool, laid-back dude. I thought I was a cool, laid-back dude under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought I was a laid-back dude under pressure. That dude be looking too lax.
But I saw something today, man, that even spread some more light on some things to me, man. There was an investigator that they were talking to a black guy out of Los Angeles. Damn, I can't think of it. I want to say it was Stripe.
O.J. Simpson?
Huh?
O.J. Simpson?
Nah, it wasn't O.J. Simpson. But he did a whole investigation on the thing, man, and he pointed out something else that a lot of people did not pick up while watching that film. Okay,
what?
Now you on the ground. Now you add all this up. Man. You on the ground, face down. If you lay down on your stomach long enough, you're gonna have to turn on your side. Why? Because you can't breathe. I don't care who you are. You lay down on your stomach long enough, you're gonna have to turn on your side because you can't breathe. You can't get enough air in. So this guy is face down on the ground, got his hands back and the handcuffs behind his back. So his chest is wide ass open. His chest is wide open. His lungs are fully expanded with his arms behind his back, and they crushing it. Now this dude
on
hot concrete, and this dude, he got one knee in your back, one knee in your neck. The other two officers are holding your legs. Now we all saw that. Everybody saw that. What we did not see, or what we did not notice, was what Officer Chauvin was doing with his hands. His hands were in cuffs. Okay. Now, with his hands in the cuffs, with your hands in cuffs. Now, what Officer Chauvin was doing was taking his big and his index finger, and he was mashing them together. He was squeezing the knuckles together. That's pain enough. That was pain enough, all right? But also, at the same time that he was pressing all this weight on this man's neck and chest, squeezing his hands, trying to squeeze his knuckles together, the handcuffs that was on George Floyd were not double locked. They were not double locked, which means when they're double locked, when they're double locked, they put them on and you can't move. They don't move. They stay right where they are because they're double locked. George Floyd, those cuffs were not double locked, which means that every time he added pressure to George Floyd, it was pinching down more and more on his wrist. At the same time, this dude is crushing your knuckles. At the same time, he crushing your neck. At the same time, he crushing your lungs.
Big time. He has his body weight on top of you. And at the same time, like we spoke earlier, Tony, that's a tremendous amount of trauma for the body to sustain.
You understand how much pain that's an overload of pain. Man,
yeah, mixed with the shock.
I'm getting mad thinking about it. I'm getting mad. That's
I'm getting heated too. Hey, I'm getting heated too. And that's why I'm going back to that's why I'm going and then we don't know if he had any other did they say if he had any other underlying conditions?
Man, Of course, they want to say, because he has some drugs or whatever he had in his system. I don't care. He could have done that to a perfectly healthy man, and he probably
Right. We saying the same thing. I'm just saying, if he had any underlying conditions, like, diabetic, hypertension or anything, that doesn't help at all. And, cutting the body. And then I'm trying to figure, are those the handcuffs, like when you move, if you try to move, any resistance you give, they get tighter?
It's the way that they lock them. They got two locks. They got a double lock. They got to put both of the locks on. If they don't put both the locks on, that bitch is gonna get tighter and tighter. And imagine a handcuff, a metal handcuff is what? All it is a blade. It's a blade. It's an unsharpened blade that's cutting into your skin, your nerves, your muscles, and your bone.
I wonder how does it affect blood circulation as well? Does it? But anywhere it goes, that guy was suffering, man, and it's blatantly obvious, man, that was murder. And that dude, he didn't have to do that to him. And Tony, I'm gonna tell you what's so spooky to me. I tell my son this all the time. People say what they want to say. People could speak what they want to speak. Anything could come out of a person's mouth. But Tony, I at my age now, I learned to read body language. Mm-hmm. And eye contact.
Right.
That speaks volumes to me. I don't care what a person is saying to me. I look for body language and eye contact. And that facial expression Derek Chauvin had on his face, that dude had nothing but murder on his mind. No remorse, no compassion. So you ain't gonna tell me that wasn't personal. So if he gets off, Tony, you know what I'm saying? If he gets off, man, that'll be too much. And he should get light. But hey,
I tell you what, though, we gonna. I tell you what, because I don't want to get too lost on.
Yeah, we gonna talk.
I don't want to get too lost on him, but yeah, the case each testimony is more and more detrimental to Chauvin. It gets worse and worse. It gets worse and worse.
And then I wanted to say this too, and I'm not gonna keep this long. Something else caught me. I've been thinking about, man, and that's this thing they have now about this Asian hate thing that they're talking about recently. I guess is in some places black folks are displaying Asian hate or hate crimes. And that blew my mind too. And not to sound, Tony, is not to sound like I really don't care, because I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. But do they ever sit and think, what would outrage be with the black hate we receive from those Asians, man? Because, every nationality that come over here to the United States, they have this opinion about us. It's predetermined. They prejudge us before we get here. And I think about, like, when I was in the Navy, and we in Alabama, we got a lot of Arabs and whatnot, not too many Asians. But I think about going into other cities, man, and going into their stores and whatnot, and the way Asians treated black customers. Mind you, they already got their store getting all our money out of the black neighborhood and whatnot. But I think about the way they treat us. Like we're about to steal something watching us. And basically it's the hate. It's the same thing. We never hear the uproar. We never hear anything about that. But now a few incidents happen. Now it's a big thing about Asian hate, us hating them. When in actuality, it's a two-way street. We've been getting it from them. So those are two topics. George Floyd and the Asian hate thing, those are just two things to ponder about. We have to talk about that. I get deep into that on another topic, but it's just something that make you say,
The only thing I say right now about the Asian hate thing is that, yeah, they are very prejudiced against us when we're in their establishment.
Big time.
However, they've never been violent with us. I
know that.
I don't say never, but it's rare that you'll hear of them getting violent with us.
I don't know. Maybe it may be regional. It may be regional because we're in Alabama, But I think all those nationalities do it.
It could be wide open.
Hispanics, yeah, Hispanics, and those guys, and the Asians. Yeah, they don't care about black folks too much when they come over here, man. It's just that we don't hear about it. It may be regional, but I don't think it happened as much as, not the violent thing, but most definitely the bias and the prejudice happens.
They come over and get the same indoctrination that everybody else get. Black people,
correct.
Stay away from the black people. Don't
Big time.
But I tell you what though, man. What I was checking out over these past few days, man, and the sports world has been profiled for everything besides sports. The sports world has been donkey for everything besides a game being played. Now, first of all, before I go any further, I want to congratulate Baylor on winning
definitely.
Beating Gonzaga in the national championship. Baylor wins their first national championship.
Most definitely.
They came out of nowhere. Nobody expected Baylor to win it. Like that. They thought they was going to hang for a while, but nobody expected Baylor to hang.
No, I didn't. And to be honest with you, I like them because they got our old high school colors. They look like J.O. out there.
Yeah, they look like J.O.
Mustang, yeah. But Tony, you know what, man? I gotta admit, man, COVID, this past 12 months since the pandemic jumped off, I can't say that I've just been directly in tune with sports this past 12 months. My mind just haven't been there because of what's going on with something about the fans not being in the stands and the whole thing. This whole year, I just haven't been into it now with the passion. Yeah, big time. So I haven't been into it. I couldn't even do college football too tough. And I'm a fanatic about that. But the NFL either. So I pretty much missed the tournament. The basketball tournament. I heard that Baylor did.
You had to lose for the 2020 season on every
big time, dude. Big time. Because, hey, look, I don't know about y'all, dude. This for another episode, too, but COVID got my attention, man. Not the disease itself, but the way we're reacting as a society and the way, people are acting. So, you have to keep your eyes open. But congratulations to Baylor. But speaking of basketball, though, your boy Paul Pierce. Ball. Hey, I'm gonna start calling him Ball Pierce. He be balling. Ball Pierce. He said, "Screw it." He said, "Screw it."
He's the truth, man.
He's the truth, man. And dude was getting a massage, chilling, same thing everybody else was doing across the nation, and I don't think it's the fact of what he did. I think he may have slipped up with how he did it, you know what I'm saying? But when you're ESPN analysis, you're under a little bit more scrutiny than you are, because that's the flagship of sports. But they did the same thing to Jamel Hill. Well, they did less to Jamel Hill. But black sports commentators, you go get the axe, but he on there, he wilding out. He got chicks half naked on there.
Yeah.
Blowing, he cheaping.
For those that are watching that don't know, that are familiar with the NBA All-Star great Paul Pierce, the truth, played for Boston Celtics. He was part of the Big Three with Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. He was part of that Big Three. Yeah. His most iconic play wasn't necessarily a play. Is when he got hurt and got took out on the stretcher, and he came back running out of the locker room.
And he went in. When they went in there, he took. He went in that locker room. They gave him about 20 Percocets and about 10 Lortab. And snorted about 2 lines of cocaine. And Joe came back out of Jack in the Box. Body was no good. Hey, they hit him up with so much dope. That Joker went out there. Yeah, I remember that. That it was iconic. But
so Paul was a commentator for ESPN Sports. He did Inside the NBA and another show.
Right.
Paul has been with ESPN, I think, for 3 years. I think he's been with ESPN for 3 years.
Yeah. It's about that's about right.
So now, Paul is out on vacation apparently, out in Las Vegas, taking a little short vacation, out there chilling with Boosie.
You should have known.
That's mistake number one.
Swerve on.
Not that you hanging with Boosie, but you trying to do what Boosie do. You can't do what Boosie do, bro. Not publicly. You can't publicly.
I don't know, man. If you follow Paul Pierce throughout his career, I did some research on Paul Pierce a little while ago because I've never really been. I didn't like him because first he played for Kansas Jayhawks. I'm not a big Kansas Jayhawks fan. That's one of the teams I don't like. So when he got drafted, and I always used to try to figure out, because he's not a flashy player, he's just a good player. I always tried to figure out what the hype was about him. But then when I realized, he's from L.A., he got into it with Ray Benzino some years ago, and he got stabbed in the club. He got into it with some rappers and whatnot. He got stabbed up. So he's a real one. We talking about something. He hanging with Boosie, and his money longer than Boosie. It's just that he played basketball, and then
I'm just saying he can't do what Boosie do in the sense of social media.
Oh, big time! Yeah, he can't do that with his job.
You work for ESPN, which is owned by Disney, and you had a poker. Now you had a poker game. No big deal. You had a poker game with strippers. Okay, you pushing it a little bit. You had a poker game with strippers and you smoking weed. Now you in California or Las Vegas where it's legal. However, you still work for ESPN, who is owned by Disney Channel. You can't do that, Paul.
Hey, I don't know, Tony. You know me. I look, Tony. You know me. I look at the whole.
No, Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin would snort up Mount St. Everest. But you know what though? Here you go once again. Here goes some more double standard hypocrisy for you. How can Disney say anything? Have you ever done the research on Walt Disney and the way they get down over there? It's a ton of problems and whatnot.
From everything that we know about it. From everything that we know about the background of Disney, they should be happy to see Paul doing what he did.
Yeah, big time. It's not like he doing something.
If anybody really know anything about Disney.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Now let me ask you this: in your true opinion, at this point in career in Paul Pierce's life, do you think that was a stupid move? Do you think that was a bad move? I mean, do you think he threw away an opportunity? Do you think he squandered a chance? Do you think he blew it?
Okay, let me. Do I think it was a bad move? Let me ask anybody that's watching right now. If anybody right now, if you can comment right now in the next couple seconds, do you think, if you're familiar with the situation, do you think what happened? Do you think Paul was wrong for what he did, or do you think ESPN was wrong for firing him? Me personally, I see it like this. Jeremy Dunlap says it was a horrible decision.
A horrible decision.
It was a horrible.
But why? Why was it? Why was it a horrible decision? I mean,
I think it was a horrible decision in the sense that, not for any ESPN or Disney's sake or anything like that. Personally, it was a flex move. It was a flex move that backfired on him. It was a flex move that backfired on him. I mean, okay, we know you, Paul Pierce. We know you the truth. You got millions, you got hundreds of millions. We understand that. You ain't got to go live and show everybody you at the poker game smoking weed. Okay, I get it. You're a single man now. Okay, now if you had just posted that to women, that would have been one thing. But because ESPN is in Bristol, Connecticut, and they ain't trying to hit that about no marijuana being okay or anything like that. They ain't trying to hear that. They ain't trying to understand nothing like that at all. So it's easy for them to be like, no, we're we're gonna cut him off. Cut him off like that.
Correct.
Bad decision. Who was that? Who was that? Crystal B said he got enough money. He just looked lame.
Hey, Crystal B, I'm with you. I don't think he lost anything. At this point in his career, ESPN can only pay him, you know what I'm saying, a little money, but he didn't make enough money off the NBA. He didn't throw away any, you know what I'm saying? But he did look lame as all outdoors. I don't think he had nothing to lose. Paul Pierce is
Jeremy Dunlap said his ability, he lost his ability to earn a living, as well as those of us that liked his analogies. Now it
was irresponsible. Now it was irresponsible and very immature. Don't get me wrong, irresponsible and immature to the utmost. But had he been someone, let's say that was their primary job, like a Jamel Hill or somebody who was trying to be a sports commentator, and that's their bread and butter, and then they went out there and did that and jeopardized their livelihood. But that dude is a super millionaire.
I think it was more detrimental to old girl than it was to Paul, because like we said, Paul have made a couple of $100 million in his career.
Ball Pierce, baby, Ball Pierce.
Expenses are though, that's one thing that people never take into account. They be like, they got all that money, but you don't know what their expenses are. Now, true, their expenses are all on them. It's expenses that they've created. However, it's expenses, nonetheless. Mitzi Thomas said, good night, guys. She said she would catch up later. I guess she hung with us as long as she could. I appreciate you for hanging out with us, Mitzi, all the way out there in San Antonio. Yeah, out there in San Antonio, Texas, doing her thing. That's what's up. I appreciate you for chiming in, Mitzi. That's what's up. So, I think it was a dumb decision. And should they have fired him? No, I think maybe a suspension. Maybe they should have suspended him.
Yeah, you can't. These days, cancel culture and all this prejudice going on. Ain't nobody gonna support. Nobody can support. No, like you say, nobody can support them smoking weed. They got half naked chicks.
Especially in Bristol, Connecticut.
That's right, and so big time. And you keep them on board, you're gonna be ticking off the anti-drug people, and then the women gonna, they're gonna be like, okay, you guys have a commentator working for you guys who's a womanizer, So that didn't look good all the way across the board. He had to go. He had to get fired. That's no question. Not to mention he's black, because when you're a black athlete, they're looking for a reason to get rid of you anyway. Just like your boy Deshaun Watson down there in Houston, Texas.
Yeah,
who they giving the business to right now?
This, man. I mean, 20 cases. 20. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I smell shit in the water, Doug. I smell shit in the water, and I'm gonna tell you where. I'm gonna tell you where it is. I'm gonna tell you where it is. All right, here it is. First of all, Deshaun been the quarterback in Texas for 5 years. 4 or 5 years. 5 years. He been the quarterback.
Yeah.
He been getting massages. He ain't just started getting massages this year. But Deshaun ain't just started getting no massages this year. He been getting massages for 5 years. He has.
Right.
Now, we ain't heard Pete. Now, I don't want to discount nobody on dramatic stuff that may have happened to them. I don't want to discount it.
Or make light. Of anybody, any rape or sexual assault.
Right.
I don't condone that. Anybody who commits it, that's right. I believe rapists and murderers should really get the most time in prison and harsher penalties. I do not condone that whatsoever.
Okay,
but
so
the way and the timing. Oh my gosh.
In that, saying that I don't support that. There are 22. There are 22 sexual assault cases pending against him. None of them are criminal. Every last one of them is a civil case. Every last one is a civil case. And every last one was tried to be settled out of court. Now,
of course.
Now, if he out here now, again, I don't want to discount nobody. I'm just trying to connect some dots here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it make sense to me, because that's my new thing now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because all of a sudden, when he decided he no longer wanted to be the quarterback in Texas, and they didn't want to get rid of him, he's in a heated battle with them about leaving Texas. All of a sudden, 22 sexual assault cases from massage therapists pop up out of nowhere, and none of them are criminal cases. Every last one is a civil case, meaning they want money. It ain't about him going to jail.
Okay.
It ain't about him going to jail. It ain't about him paying his debt to society. It's about him paying money. That's exactly, and that's where I have my problem. That's why I have my problem. Hold on.
My problem.
What he said.
My problem is the fact that it's so honest, it's so obvious that them folks mad because he's trying to get out of Texas, and that is such a shame that they can pull and do stuff like that. Oh, you want to go? Oh, you want to get traded? Oh, you don't like him no more?
Yeah,
oh, we got a trick for you, but how about we dangle this over your head and make you slow your roll.
No, we're gonna make you untradeable. We're gonna make you untradeable.
Yeah, we're gonna ruin your career. We're gonna ruin your career and give you and ruin your reputation and all that. That shit pisses me off.
It
so
does.
mad, man. I'm talking.
It can't. And I've seen, and I saw. Well, let me see. First, Jeremy P. Dunlap says, guys, Deshaun can't put himself in situations like that. Life is about making good decisions, especially when you're high profile.
Jeremy, I agree.
I agree.
Jeremy,
I agree.
You my brother, Jeremy. Jeremy, you're my brother. That's my Tony. Jeremy is my ex-Navy shipmate, man. He's a dear good friend of mine. Wise guy. But Jeremy, what you have to understand, dude, as black men, we can do all the right things, man. And I don't think he was doing anything no other athlete has done except for Tim Tebow when it comes to their leisure time. And that's, do things behind closed doors. But like you say, when you're high profile, you got two types of high profiles. You got high profile, and then you got a black high profile. When you got a black high profile dude, you better believe that hammer is coming down harder and much swifter than it does anywhere else. And that's just facts, man. And it's not like, they come out of nowhere like they did Bill Cosby. He tried to buy NBC. Out of nowhere, you got 1,000 women.
Yeah.
It's obvious and blatant. It's messed up and not fair at all, dude. I'm pissed off. The shit is ridiculous, dude.
I'll say this, Doug. When he's like, Deshaun can't put himself in a situation like that. Now, you got to think, this guy's coming straight. A lot of these guys, it's amazing how many guys that are in the NFL that don't know nothing outside of home college that they went to. They don't know nothing outside of home and the college that they went to. It's a lot of stuff out there you don't know. You can't fathom that it will happen until it happens.
That's right. That's right.
Deshaun going for massages. Maybe he did have a problem with erections while he was getting massages. Maybe he did. But if that was a problem 5 years ago, why is all 22 coming out now that he says he don't want to be in Texas no more? Before he left, before he said that, there was no peep, no anything again. They thought Deshaun Watson had a cookie cutter, crisp and clean background. They didn't have any dirt on him. But now all of a sudden he's offended.
Yeah, had he stayed in Texas, had he not brought up that trading talk, man, them women could have came with those same accusations, and they would have made it go away. The Texans would have made a way for those accusations to go away.
Like that, if you agree to stay, what's going to happen in these things? They're going to disappear.
They're going to disappear. If not, they'll try to throw them in jail, man. It's blatant and it's obvious.
And that's it. They ain't gonna throw him in jail because they ain't bringing no criminal charges up on him. They only bringing criminal charges. No criminal charges whatsoever.
So basically, messing up his money and his reputation.
Ray said he thinks I have a strong, valid point. And again, Ray, I'm not any trauma that might have happened to somebody. I'm just trying to connect the dots. I need it to make sense for me. I can't explain to nobody else. I need it to make sense for me to understand it. And that dog don't hunt all the time. I can't say it don't hunt at all, but that dog don't hunt all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Where is society? Where in society do we get off setting such powerful double standards and acting like people don't have a life behind closed doors? And why do we set people on such a pedestal, athletes and entertainers, to a point where, you know, we don't think they live regular lives and do things?
Because we live vicariously through them. We try to live vicariously through their lives. They're the rich and powerful. We try to keep up with every aspect of their lives because we wish we was living like that. And then when when you find out they're just a regular person, just like everybody else, then you want to tear them down. Well, tear yourself down first, because you got plenty of fault too before you tear down somebody else.
Tony, but they don't say nothing about these senators, these politicians, these congressmen.
You see that?
Disappeared.
Cameron Wheeler, that boy in Seattle, player, beat up his black girlfriend. That done disappeared. They ain't even talking about that anymore.
Man, Pizzagate. I'm still tripping on Jeffrey Epstein. They had to kill this dude because he had a black booklet with names.
Yeah,
of all the politicians.
He had all the receipts.
Pizzagate. I mean, that's real stuff. At least Deshaun Watson and Paul Pierce dealing with women of the right age. They're dealing with grown women. And we all know it's an agenda, man. That's crazy, man. Should these lawmakers up here doing the same shit?
Yeah, they trying to run them down. Pizzagate, what's his name? Matt Gaetz. The representative in
that's my boy. I like that.
He got caught with a 17-year-old now. You know.
Hey, you remember when I said a few minutes ago, I look at eye contact and body language. You can look at Gates. You can look at Gates and tell he wild for the night. I looked at that dude. And I can see him wilding out.
You're a fat boy.
Yeah, I can see him wilding out, getting high, getting drunk, and wild. And I can see him. He got that look in his eye. Now watch you get off. Watch you get off.
I think that
was Hey, but tell me this though. So, not to cut it off. We was talking about sports, man, but you checked out the entertainment this week, right? You saw what's been going on in entertainment this week, dude. With DMX.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little distracted.
I did too.
Remember the Amy Geiger appeal? News is quiet on this. Amy Geiger. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the one where the girl who went into the wrong apartment and shot the black boy
and lit him up?
Yeah.
Lit him up. Went to the wrong apartment and lit him up.
And then the brother forgave her at the funeral.
Oh, man. Man. That's swept under the rug. And that's super foul.
Thanks for bringing that up, right?
That's super foul. Yeah, Ray. Yeah. That's super foul. This lady went to the wrong apartment. Lying. Yeah. And shot this dude sitting there watching TV, man, in his own house. God.
They got history. Yeah.
So what did they end up doing? Where she's on administrative leave, or did she get fired?
That's what I need. Ray just reminded me about her. I completely forgot about her. So I'm not really sure where that case stands. I need to look into that. We might have to talk about that one.
Man, it's just so crazy that the climate these days, the racial climate.
Muhammad something, what's it? Something Muhammad or Muhammad something? The guy that you feel.
Yeah. It's just crazy, man. The racial climate.
They said she got a 10-year sentence, and her appeal.
Oh.
So her appeal is on the 27th. She got sentenced to 10 years.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. Okay. And sometimes they do have to make an example. They do it, but the ratio every night the ratio is so lopsided.
I mean, how could they have disputed that one? She walked in the wrong apartment. What's going on? She thinks she in the wrong apartment. She starts shooting.
That's the way they do it, and it's so blatant, man. And we don't get upset about that. We don't get upset about that. We supposed to keep that. Man. We're supposed to keep that conversation going on and on and on. The racial climate today, Tony, is pretty strong, man. Between all that, what's going on over there in Georgia with the they have to move the All-Star baseball game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much going on. It's so much going on. Like racism never go anywhere. That's why I don't be shocked when these things happen, because people act like this stuff, these incidents are just starting to happen. No, man, this is the way America rolls since day one. This is the way they get down from day one on black people. This stuff ain't just started happening. That's why I don't get into shock mode.
It might be the first time you've seen it. It ain't the first time they done it.
Big time. This is what they do. So instead of being in shock mode, we need to be in solution mode.
Oh man. And he said also the key witness was murdered. The black neighbor that testified against her. Now she might get off.
The young man. He talking about that young man.
Yep.
He talking about that young man. Yes, he sure did. He sure did.
Now
he
she
sure
might get
did,
off.
man.
You see what they do?
Hey, Ray Randall, that's why I was saying, I think she ended up somehow was going to get a slap on the wrist. She may have lost her job, but for the level of the crime that she committed, major slap on the wrist. Major.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, I know we're getting close on time, but I still want to touch on a couple other things before we get up out of here.
Go for it.
First of all, we're gonna switch from the sports world and the judicial world. We're gonna switch over to music. Let's switch over to music real quick. Got two things I really want to talk about today. First, now we want to talk about the versus battle between Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you this. Now, first of all, I'm gonna tell you this. It was a battle. It was a hell of a battle. I don't even want to call it a battle. It was a celebration of music for real. Because I mean, those are all the songs that I grew up with. Only thing I did not like about the verses was Steve Harvey. I did not like Steve Harvey commenting on all of his personal experiences when I was 17, I was in high school, when this song came. The same stories he tells us every morning on his morning show when he played these songs. Whenever he played the Commodores, Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Isley Brothers, the Whispers, even those, Steve Harvey got a story to tell. Now, I didn't want to hear those stories again. I wanted to hear Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers talk about them. I didn't want to hear Steve Harvey.
Man, that's what Steve Harvey does.
Steve Harvey came in there and hijacked the doggone verses, bro. And I was like, man, Steve, shut up, man. Let them talk. Let them talk. But now I am gonna say this. The ladies watching verses, they went absolutely ballistic. Why did they go ballistic? Because they saw this guy right here. They saw that guy. They saw that guy. Right.
Who is that? Hold on. Is that Deion Sanders?
No, sir. No, sir. That's Mr. Biggs himself. That's Mr. Biggs himself. That's who the women call Zaddy. The women call him Zaddy.
Hey, that's the one who say, what the hell is going on in my sheets on my phone?
The women said, that's Zaddy. They done got all up on him. They post them all over social media. They team run Isley now. But the killer part is, of course, every time you got some haters, you got some people posting pictures like this saying, these cannot be the two same guys right here.
Tony, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, man.
They are saying these
I see why they say that.
people.
I don't blame them for saying that shit.
Why are they doing Mr. Big like this, man?
Oh, man. Black folks are relentless because we relentless on each other.
They're crazy over Banner right here. They're going crazy over They're going crazy. Great beard. Then they're going to turn around and clown my boy like this. Come on now. Come about his eyebrows and his ponytail. Come on now. Y'all get off.
Tony, what year did he get out of prison, man? You remember?
I don't know, man.
Let me tell you, though. You know he already about 87 years old, right? And so he was about
his girlfriend.
I don't blame him. Look, he was about 70 when he got out of prison, right, Tony? Let me tell you. So he did a concert, man. That Joker came in concert, dude. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Dude, he's aging. All that concert doing and whatnot. His body is broken down. Man, that Joker gave a concert. That Joker sat in the chair. He sat in the chair the whole concert. That Joker sat in the love chair the whole concert. Just like that. The whole concert. Like that, man. The whole concert. Dude getting old, man. The black folks are relentless when they come to talking about each other. And then
why they gotta go in like this though? They wrong for this.
Hey, shit. But you know, hey, I wasn't even tripping on him though, Tony. You want to be fun? You want to hear some crazy stuff?
Yeah.
I was tripping on how Earth, Wind, and Fire was missing about 27 members. And you know, 27 of them didn't show up because you remember it was about 30 of them in it.
Yeah,
but the dude with the perm, Verdine, I think his name Verdine.
Verdine up there looking like his auntie.
Oh my gosh, man! So and then Philip Bailey, is he still trying to give that futile attempt?
Philip got some bread, some fade, a pressing curl,
a Caesar. But hey, he got a Caesar. But my thing is, who told him that shit is fly? That's what I want to know. Who told him that shit is fly?
Same person who do Stevie Wonder hair.
Oh, that's another dude. His stylists need to be shot. Man.
Hey,
I can't believe.
We need some hairdressers. Go to Philip Bailey house, Stevie Wonder house, stat.
Hey. I said this stylist must be pissed off at them or something. Because that is crazy, man. But I enjoyed the verses, man. Those two legendary groups. It's music that we grew up on.
Yeah,
so you know, you gotta pay respect to the legends, but y'all wrong if y'all think for a minute black folks ain't gonna roast you. Any chance they get, we gonna roast you.
Hey,
I'll salute you, the legends.
I have no doubt we get roasted every Wednesday night. Somebody out there roasting our ass every Wednesday.
Big time. I know we do.
I appreciate it. Keep up the Work.
Keep watching. And don't let me hear you do it. Don't let me hear you because I'm gonna make you famous. I'm gonna make you famous online. You better keep it to yourself. I'm gonna make you famous. Hey, but who they say won the verses anyway, Tony?
I don't think they announced a winner. They normally don't. Well, a lot of times they don't announce a winner. Hey, anybody watch? They announce a winner of the verses. I mean, if you ask me, I love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire. But I think the Islands took it. I personally think the Islands took it. I don't know.
Right.
Well, mainly because if you go to the old songs, the Islands just Islands, man. To me, the Islands won. But I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. Who do y'all? Who you watched it? If you watched it, who won? Earth, Wind, and Fire or Zaddy? Zaddy
hey, he trying to be like Charlie Wilson. So you can't be like Charlie Wilson. Charlie Wilson pull it off. I don't know what kind of crack Charlie Wilson be smoking, but he looks good. Charlie Wilson aged very well. I don't know what
he was smoking vegan crack.
Vegan crack. Organic.
Charlie was smoking vegan crack. He ain't getting
Charlie looked too damn good. He don't even look real. He looked better than he did.
I tell you who don't look real, and I hate to put my phone on the spot like that. Oh, Smokey. Ooh, boy, Smokey look like you can wrap him up in some plastic and put him on a shelf.
Hey, Smokey look rough. Smokey looks rough.
Smokey 113 in the face. They look 13.
This joker look like when he died, they ain't gonna have to do nothing but lay him in the casket. He ready. He already made up and everything. I don't know why they destroy themselves like that. I'm gonna tell you who looks terrible though. Have you seen Alexander O'Neal?
Sadly, yeah.
And Freddie Jackson. I saw Freddie Jackson the other day, man.
Freddie ain't ready no more. Freddie been sick. Freddie's sick, man. Freddie's sick. You can look at Freddie and tell Freddie been sick. I'm talking about that Luther. I mean, you can tell.
Yeah. He looked like that bishop. He looked like that bishop was looking in Georgia that was raping them little boys. What's that thick bishop name? And then long show. But oh man, and then but on the serious note, man, then DMX, man, DMX, bro, my boy, man, that's my man. You know, he's our age.
This dude, Earl Simmons, DMX, Dark Man X. This dude, he changed hip hop, bro. He changed hip hop.
Man, Joker. He
had a whole new element to the hip hop element.
He brought the East Coast. He brought. I wish Tupac would have stayed alive because he would have gave Pac a run for his money. And DMX did something I've never seen nobody else do during that time before streaming and the internet. This Joker, first two albums was platinum and super fire, both of them. And he dropped both of them within 1 year, dude. Within a year time frame, dude. He dropped one, and I swear to God, it must have been about 8 months later. I was still rocking the first one. He came back. We came with another banger. This Joker dropped 2 albums on Def Jam. The music industry is so ruthless and cutthroat, Tony. The more, we've been in it for a long time, Tony. And I've learned about the business part of it. I really got to. That's a dirty business, man. That's a dirty business, and I hate they don't have the medical help that they need to get. That they don't have insurance. They don't have doctors set up for them boys. So, most of them rappers don't set themselves up for medical plans that But X is a major drug addict, though. That's just to say. When he raps, he lives it.
X is a whole different case. X is
He
a
lives
whole
it.
different case. This is like what his fourth OD. It's like his third or fourth OD. This might be the one to take it. And apparently this is the one that's gonna take it because he's completely brain dead now. So,
I hate to say it, Tony, but I don't like to see nobody suffering. I hate to say it, but my gut feeling from him being in a vegetative state and the lack of oxygen in his blood, I think two things. Perhaps somebody may have slipped him some bad dope. Well, and I don't think he go. It don't look too good for him coming up out of it.
Apparently, that's the word that he got something that was tainted. And funny enough, there is a case. The police are looking for the dope dealer that sold him the dope. How Sway? How is y'all out there looking for the dope dealer that sold him some crack that's taking him out?
Man, if we lose X, man. Well, first off, those guys be having people around. Now, see, you got to remember too, now, Tony. He didn't sell his soul for the music industry. He one of the ones that didn't sell his soul. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make any sacrifices. He wouldn't let none of them do.
And they gave him for it.
Yeah, big time. He would. He wasn't finna suck nobody off. He wasn't finna let one of them boys run up in him. He didn't care. He spazzed out. Yeah. And this is what they do to you, man. That music industry is that of Satan, man. That's why it's wise to go independent. You know, don't get tied up in the labels and whatnot. But yeah, that's what they doing, making them pay because they ain't selling. So he kept it 100, man. X, I hope you get well, man. Your boys had Mansplainin down in Alabama. We praying for you, brother. Come through.
Mansplainin on your spot, man. Dog Man X, bro. We always ride with you.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I would do it, but it might hurt my throat to do it.
Hurt your throat. And then not to mention, you know, I'm an MC. You know, I love hip hop. That's a rapping ass dude, man. The dude can spit, man.
Never put out garbage. Always had something he was saying in his rap.
Hey, DMX got a Jay-Z ass. They went head to head in a battle, dude. They taped it. I love to see that tape. They say he got a Jay-Z ass, a young Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? A young Jay-Z. And then DMX reminds me of somebody who has a conflict within himself. Like, you know how some people are good people by nature, but they can't control, due to circumstances or whatever, they get caught up in a more darker lifestyle, and then that battle from within starts to take over and fester into bad decisions and everything. I think he could be a pastor if he wanted to. He has the energy, he has the spirituality. He could. I think he's a good dude, and I think that's what his problem is. And he self-medicates to take away from the pain. So henceforth, that's why I always say mental health, we got to get to that in the Black community because there's a lot of people suffering from not getting mental help. So prayers up to that brother, man. Come on, X.
Prayers up for DMX, man. Prayers up for DMX. Hey, man. One other thing I did want to touch on. Tonight's show. I want to dedicate this show here to my grandmother. You know, for anybody that's familiar with her, that's First Lady Jemison, Miss Cleola King Jemison. My grandmother. I just wanted to send some love to her and dedicate this show to her. We just want to give her flowers while we have her here. And any of us in my age group, if you reach the age of 50 and you still have at least one of your grandparents, you are a very, very blessed person. You are very, very blessed person if you have at least one of your grandparents when you reach your 50s. You know, it's blessed to, you're a very blessed person. But again, I want to give a shout out to my grandmother, Miss Cleola Jefferson. Yeah, a lot of people think, my hat game, when people see my hat game, all my different hats and everything, my different looks and everything, they be like, where you get that from, man? Where you get your hat game from, man? Hat like that? A lot of people thought it was my Uncle James, my dad's oldest brother. A lot of people thought it was my Uncle James because my Uncle James was straight, my Uncle James throwing some gators in a 3-piece suit and a hat and be killing.
Lord. James the player, baby. Yeah.
James Jack, Mr. Jack. James Jackson. His hat game is ridiculous. My granddad's hat game was ridiculous. My granddad, I got a couple of hats that my granddad left that I was able to get.
Wow.
But
That's beautiful.
But the person that I got my hat game from is this lady.
Oh, she's beautiful.
This lady right here.
Oh, she's beautiful.
This lady right here.
Beautiful.
Right here is
oh
where
my God.
When they talk about Prim Squad, they talk about Prim Squad.
Yeah, Prim Squad.
Cleola Bay, we called her Lil Bay. She was a twin. Her sister Leola and Cleola, Big Bay and Lil Bay. My grandma was Lil Bay. Cleola, Lil Bay, King Jemison. She taught me how to wear a hat. She is
beautiful.
Where the Tonyjem flair comes from, baby. That's why I learned that. I learned how to rock that from watching my grandma. And I'm saying like that. My grandma used to
grandma. Listen, and she rocking them too. And it ain't nothing like saying it's nothing like saying them older ladies in church rocking them hats, but not just rocking them ones who rock them like how your grandmother is. I see what you're saying now. She has nice taste, and she's very beautiful, dude. She was shutting it down. She was shutting it down, so.
That's where Tonyjem get his flavor from right there, baby. That's what Tonyjem.
It's in your DNA, boy.
You know what I'm saying? It's in the DNA. Y'all already
saw your DNA, boy.
It's your granddad stage, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's in there. I can't do nothing about it, y'all. Cleola, Lil Bay put it in me. Cleola, Lil Bay put it in me.
You're a lucky dude. My DNA a little different. My granddad, he had a big old head. He could wear hats like that. He passed that on down to me. My hat game is very minimum. Hey, ain't too many can squeeze around this dome piece. We have to go skull cap only. That's it. But your grandmother, back to your grandmother. Sorry to hear that, man, but she's very, very beautiful. How old is she? You said how old is she?
She just turned 93. Okay. She just turned 93.
She's on the page. So that's the father's mother.
Yeah, that's my dad's. That's my dad's mom. That's my dad's mom.
Okay.
He was married to
Grandma Fred's wife.
Right Reverend Dr. Fred Jemison Sr.
Well, that's beautiful. So let me ask you this. Speaking on that, losing a loved one, how do you feel, man? People, when we lose loved ones, everybody mourn and grieve, and everybody got their ways of doing it. It varies per individual and per situation. And, people have to understand that. Because I've seen family members fall out, not in your situation now, because we're not going to even speak death on your grandma. I'm moving past. We're going to pray for your grandmother, but we're moving past that and sending nothing but positive energy and vibes and prayers toward that way. But, man, I've seen it where people get mad at people for not mourning and grieving the way they want them to mourn and grieve. You get what I'm saying? They may not think you are mourning or grieving hard enough, but you might be tore up on the inside. You know, that's because I'm thinking about my grandmother and the way we all reacted. And she was a lot like you, but I was younger. I was in the 7th grade. And that was Patriarch, Big Jim's mama. And she had a family down too. And I remember my brothers and sisters, some of us was tore up. All of us was tore up. But I noticed everybody handled it different. You know, some people were doing all the crying and all tore up. All the pain was the same. So I want to ask you, what do you think about people and the way they, you know, the different ways of mourning and grieving, you know, like listen, I'm gonna be personal with you. When my father died, Tony, I get personal with you. When my father died, me and one of my siblings, I had to understand. I didn't think they was hurt enough, or I didn't think they displayed enough grief. Because I was tore up from the floor up. They had to pick me up at the funeral. You know, they had to drag my big ass out of there. You know, I fell out, you know, 2 or 3 times. But so my auntie had to tell me, like, man, but everybody grieved different. You know, just because, you know, she wasn't crying or he wasn't crying. So I had to respect that, because that could come during times like that. It can be very tricky for a family. What you say about
that? I agree with you wholeheartedly. Everybody's going to grieve differently. Some people. Now, me personally, anybody that's watching, anybody that knows me, I'm a crybaby. I'm a crybaby.
Me too.
I'm a crier. I'm a Pisces. I can't help it.
Yeah, if I love you. Yeah, if I love you. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I'm Pisces, emotional. I cry shit. I cry at movies. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But don't
do all that. That shit.
That's my gangster, but
you're so crazy.
But to me, you cannot hold. That's just like saying somebody should love the way they feel. You know, you can't tell your emotions onto someone else's emotional level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because they're not crying don't mean they're not breaking up on the inside. And just because they're not smiling don't mean they ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can't judge a person by how they're reacting to how you would react, because that would make them you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And people, I think it's this. Us in society, dude, we got a problem with respecting other people in their way of doing things. I should respect you on how you handling that situation. I shouldn't judge you just because I'm crying and falling out. I shouldn't get mad at you because you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you're feeling on the inside. I don't know how you're dealing with this. Heck, you might go home, get behind closed doors, and do the same thing I did, falling out, crying and whatnot. Yeah. You don't know. So we should just start respecting people and how they, because I say death tell families, Tony. You know, siblings, this set of siblings feel one way about this set of siblings, and, you know, you didn't love daddy and love it. You know, instead of people just respect what people are feeling, man. That's just, we get so caught up, Tony.
You have to, and then and because it might be a troubled time for the whole family, because you're taking, and all it is that you're acting out on your emotions. You know, it's just a part of your acting out. You're acting out, and that's just one of the stages. You're trying to quantify someone else's emotions. And say you didn't care about them as much as I did because I'm crying. I fell out at it. There's people that'll fall out at your funeral that didn't give 2 cents to you while you was.
I know.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
God.
They'll fall out all in the floor at your funeral. But when you hit them up and told them you needed $60 on your light bill, they wasn't there to help you. They didn't even try to help you. They played you to the left. But they'll go to the funeral
Man,
and act like y'all was the closest of the close. Oh, I can't go on without him. Let me jump in there with him. You know what I'm saying? So
I
people,
could.
you can't judge
You
how
can't do
one
that.
feels on the way they react
You should just
because
support.
if
That's a time for support.
they react just to show everybody that they reacted.
Yeah,
They faking it. They faking it,
that's
and then they go drunk.
that whole time frame should be about support mode. And like me and you lost a dear friend of ours a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Y'all saying passed, and for those me personally, but I missed the funeral like a jerk, and it was not intentional at all, and I made the wake, and I was active during the week of between him passing all the way up. I was there in it, day for day. On the inside, though, I was drained because I don't like funerals because, my mother died when I was 3, and ever since then, I can't stand funerals. I don't like them. Like, I've even told my siblings, I told my brothers and sisters, don't be shocked if I don't show up at your funeral because I'm tired. I can't handle it. But like when y'all see it
I don't
pass,
think they'll know if you don't show up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like what he gonna do? Say, hey, you ain't came to my
They gonna
funeral.
walk up
But
like,
like,
hey, well, up here.
yeah. But see, but like when y'all said pass after the wake, and I seen her, it was just too much because the bond we had.
Yeah,
That was a huge loss. That was a huge loss for us. That was huge, dude. And I was so drained, Tony, emotionally, physically, and that was such a long week. Dude,
that started a big rift with our friends, man. That started a big rift with our friends because
big
people
time.
felt like, you didn't show up for that, so you must feel this kind of way. And I'm speaking up saying, no, man, y'all gotta understand, man. Like Melvin lost his when he was young. Not long ago, in the last couple of years, he just lost his stepmom and his dad.
And my father and my sister.
His stepmom and his dad. So I'm like,
I hate. And I know the way it looked from the outside. See, Tony, so then what I did was I looked at how y'all looked at it. I got in y'all shoes from the outside looking in. It did look like I was being selfish and they come to this funeral because I should have been there. Yeah, I did. I said I could see what y'all was upset about, but I was sort of upset because on the few,
I understood.
yeah, only a few of you guys did. Like the guys who I admired the most was the guys who called me and was like, "Hey, you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, man, that's fucked up. You ain't come to the funeral. Who asked me was I okay first before they chewed me out by missing the funeral because I had no reason missing that funeral, Tony. And to this day, I feel like crap. I feel like crap about it, but I just couldn't. Funerals just do something to me, but going back to mourning and grieving, people do it their own way. Dude, that sucked the energy out of all of us. And like you say, man, it took a toll. It took a toll on the family, man. It took a toll on that. And we still to this day trying to patch things up. But we've got to pass it through the grace of God and understanding and communication. Because a lot of guys didn't know that I have a problem with going to funerals, man. I can't stand them. They do something to me, Tony. That is something about just coming to grips with the finality of things and seeing, but because people more different, man, and grieve different. So we just need to respect that and be there as much as you can for that person, and that ain't the time to judge. But I really wish your grandmother. I hope she gets better, dude, and I hope that like when my great grandmother passed, it's so funny. I had a grandmother. She was 100 years old, 101 years old. When she passed, the funeral wasn't that. I won't say it wasn't sad, but because she was 101 years old, she lived a hell of a life. sometimes funerals are celebrations.
Yeah.
Celebrations of life. You know, some are tragic, like when somebody died when they're 12 years old, 22, too early.
101, that's a celebration.
Yeah. I was like, I think the only person that was crying at my great-grandmother's funeral was her daughter, which was my grandmother, because that was her mama. But, for the most part, but even though she realized, hey, she lived a hell of a life, was 101 years old. So basically, I guess it's just the way you look at it, the angle that you take. But everybody do it differently, as people just should support each other during those times, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's rough, man.
You just try to you treasure the ones, even if they're not the grandparents, if they're just even if they're the aunts, the brothers, the sisters, the cousins, treasure them while you have them here. You know what I'm saying? That's all,
man, gosh, say that again. Say it again, Tony. Say it again. I didn't hear you.
And one thing also is memories. Memories, man. Memories are amazing. But the best way to strengthen memories, the best way to strengthen your memories is to hang around the people that you were with during those times, or communicate with them, because they refresh so many things in your memory. You're like, oh man, I forgot about that, because they had a different perspective of what happened that day.
Big time.
Man, if you think about, like, even Yasin, we talk about Yasin, man. I have moments and memories of Yasin, man, from my perspective that everybody that was our friend wasn't around. It was only maybe one or two of us around, and maybe I was the only one that was paying attention to him at the time. It's different memories, different perspectives, and as long as you have memories, man, that person can be with you forever. As long as you have good memories and solid thoughts, man, that person can live with you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Man. That's why I don't take stuff for granted, man. That's why I don't take you for granted. I don't want to take my loved one, people I love. I don't take them for granted. I don't care when you come to town. Sometimes, Tony, you come to town, I don't see you. Sometimes you'll come over my house and chill for 30 minutes. You may spend the whole weekend. Either way it go, I'm happy for those times, because you stay in Atlanta, I'm in Birmingham. Every chance we get to see each other, we need to greet each other and tell each other, hey man, I love you, good to see you. And I believe in giving people their roses while they're alive. I'm not the one who, when you die, don't come to my funeral if you didn't mess with me while I was living. Don't come to my funeral passing
my
all
boy,
out.
Man.
My boy and all that. Give me my roses while I'm alive,
Thank you for coming, but don't lie and say that was your boy.
Yeah, don't do that, man. We don't cherish people while they're here. We take people for granted, and then something happened to them. And I think a lot of the pain comes when that be the guilty conscience, when people be crying at funerals and whatnot. Because they know, So cherish your moments with your loved ones, man. Don't take no moment for granted. I got to argue with a girlfriend of mine back a long time ago, and she had an attitude problem. Always mad about something. Just one of them type, grumpy type. And I'm like, really? You were like, life is too short for you to waste. Like, I was in the Navy. I'm coming home. I'm already going to be gone 6 months. We need to cherish every moment we have while I'm here these 2 weeks. We don't have time to argue and be mad. Save that. Let's enjoy each and every moment and be thankful that we're here and I got a chance to see you again instead of doing that. So cherish your loved ones, man. Tell people you love them, man.
You love them, man. If your grandparents are still here, go love on them. If your parents are still here, go love on them. If your older siblings are still here, go love on them. If your cousins, if your aunties are around, go love on them, y'all. Go love on them. And I wrote something. What was that I wrote down? It was something I said. It was something I said about it's crazy to watch the leaves of your family tree change. It's because at one point in my family, my granddad, grandma, they were at the top of the tree. Their leaves. Then my grandfather's leaves fall. My grandma's still hanging in, but my dad's leaves, my uncle's them leaves, they're starting to rise a little bit higher.
Wow. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To cover up the section that my granddad was in. So the leaves sprout out in that area to help bloom that area. And then what ends up happening is eventually your leaves are going to rise to the top, and you're going to be the matriarch or patriarch of your
the patriarch, big time.
You know what I'm saying? And while we're young in patriarchal times, in the patriarch sense, 50 years old is young in the patriarch sense.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
You think patriarch, you think about somebody that's in their 80s, their 90s, or whatever.
At least 70. At least 70.
Yeah, at least 70 that knows all the history of the family, that knows all the cousins and this, that, and the other. And that's another thing. A lot of us, and I know because of COVID, a lot of us missed out on family reunions. But there's a lot of people that have family reunions that don't attend them. Go to your family reunions, y'all. Go to your family reunions. Learn your family. Go to your families. Learn your family, man. It's gonna be a beautiful experience. You're gonna love it.
You know what else blew my mind, Tony? Before I get out of here, as my phone about to die.
Yeah.
But people should squash senseless beefs and quarrels. It ain't that deep. It don't be that deep. People be ending up not talking to each other, not dealing with each other for a long time over something that is this big.
Yeah, you ain't talked to your brother or your sister in 10 years.
Your brother or your good friend or your.
Why did that happen?
Over an incident that's easily forgivable. But we'll turn around and forgive a complete stranger for doing something, for violating us to death. People need to put that stuff to the side, man, and squash the beef, man, and get back on track and enjoy each other while we still here. We only get one life. Life is short, and you're blessed to have loved ones and people that love you. And let's not take that for granted no more, Tony. I've enjoyed you tonight, man. I've enjoyed you tonight, brother.
I enjoyed you tonight, too, bro, man. As always, we did it then, we did it today, we're going to do it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right, man. Mansplainin effect. Everybody out there, thank you for bearing with us. You guys, please, keep tuning in. We got great things coming, interviews, the whole nine. This summer's going to be the summer for Mansplainin. I just ask that you guys, as much as possible, remember every Wednesday night, like and share and get ready to shift the attention to YouTube instead of Facebook. We need you guys to get ready to shift your attention from seeing us on Facebook to YouTube, and we're gonna be we got some giveaways coming up, and some big things coming up, and it's all positive and progressive. Tony, thank you for letting me co-host, bro. We got work to do. Let's give it to him. Birmingham, be well. Yeah, two prodigal sons got some plans. Spread the word. Share. We just ask you guys to share. Share. Hey, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother.
My phone about to die. If not, I'll talk to you another 2 days, man. But
that was very so.
I will. Yeah, I know it, man. Hey, man. Oh, man. Black folks always. I'm gonna go, man. Hey, man, listen, I love you, man. I love you, man. Good luck on your. Be safe on your traveling this weekend, man. Go down there and enjoy yourself, man. Kill them dead. Bring me a souvenir glass, a shot glass, or something, man. And be careful. Make it back home, man. One piece, bro.
I appreciate you, Duck, man. I appreciate you, bro. Peace out.
No problem, Tonyjem. Love you, boy.
Love you, man.
Out,
baby. That's Duckie, boy. That's Duckie, boy. Once again, thanking him for coming through. You know how we do our thing every week. We try to turn up for y'all. I was late. I was very late on putting the banner up down there. It's a little late right now, but if you want to donate a sponsor, or just shout out or bless the show, you can hit us up at the cash app Tonyjem 71. Just put a little note on there, for the show. And I'm gonna find some way to try to put that I think I can put that Cash App button on the screen. I'm gonna figure that out, but I have to do that in YouTube. I know, which is another reason why I got to get everybody over to YouTube. But I'm gonna find a way to get that on there for those that do want to, sponsor or show some love to the show. Again, I want to thank everybody looking out for tomorrow. After tomorrow, watch out. You'll see me in Florida somewhere. I'm going to be somewhere. I'm going to go live, some pictures somewhere, whatever. I might try to do a quick mansplaining segment down there while I'm in Florida. I don't know. But also, before I knew that there was something that I wanted to touch on before I let everybody go. And I hate Melvin is gone right real quick. But if you are watching and you are in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, there's one other thing about this voter registration change that happened with the bill that nobody is really aware of. See, people are talking about. They're talking about not being able to get water while you're in line. They're talking about the absentee ballot boxes being put inside buildings, and they're talking about the office hour time that they want to use for voting, like after 5 p.m. voting is over, or whatever the case may be. Something they are not talking about that you guys need to be aware of. In the state, or in any state, and I think in almost any state, the Secretary of State is the one person that has the final say-so when voting during election time. They're the one who says what votes are legal, what votes are illegal, what absentee ballots can be accepted, early voter registration. They take care. They are the Secretary of State is normally over all of that. So, and that's what happened in this sense, where the Secretary of State was like, hey, no, these ballots are justified. They're good. That's why Georgia was able to turn blue. However, now this new voting bill has taken that power away from the Secretary of State. Now that power has been given to a group of Georgia legislators. Now it is not the Secretary of State from here on out that's going to say the voting numbers are correct. We're accepting these ballots. These ballots are not acceptable. Absentee ballots. It is that will not be headed up by the Secretary of State in Georgia anymore. That bill that Kemp has passed, that racist bill, that voter suppressioning bill that's passed, that bill has taken that authority for the vote count, election vote count. They have taken that authority from the Secretary of State, and they have given that power to a group of Georgia legislators who are all on the Trump team. These Georgia legislators are Team Trump. Not necessarily Team Republican, not necessarily Team conservative. They are Team Trump. Know that and understand that. So when the next vote comes around in 4 years or whenever in 2 years, when they're voting for the mayor and the governor and mayor and all these other judicial positions, when it comes close and they want to make sure that the Republicans win, the legislature now has that power to say, we're accepting these votes. We're not accepting those votes. We're accepting these absentee ballots. We're not accepting these absentee ballots. We're accepting these voter registrations. We are not accepting these voter registrations. Keep your eyes open, people. Keep your eyes open. They getting you with the old banana in the tailpipe. They talking to you in the window of your car. They talking to you in the window of your car. And you think the conversation is going wild, going good. Meanwhile, somebody in the back stuffing a banana in your tailpipe. They're getting you with the old slippery. They're getting you with the old slippery wet one. whatever other little words I can come up with. They're trying to pull a fast one on you. Well, they have
pulled a fast one on us. So be mindful of the things that's going on. And I think they got a new amendment bill or appeal bill for HB1, House Bill 1. I think we're against that bill. I think that's what we are. We are against that bill, which is what we're talking about. So, Georgia, just know that they are doing more than just keeping you from having drinks and food in line. They're doing more than just making you vote during your work hours. They are doing more than taking away your ballot boxes, your absentee boxes on the weekends. They're doing more than that. They are doing more than that. Trust and know. Don't be fooled by the little stuff that they're talking about on the news. You need to read some of these articles and hear some of these interviews and find out about some of these things, because that rabbit hole goes deep, y'all. Y'all know it goes deep. Y'all know it goes real deep. But for now, I think that's all I got, man. Once again, I want to thank my boy Duckie Boy for coming in here and chiming in with us. I think we had some good audio today, y'all, which is good. Nobody said they had audio problems today. That's a beautiful thing, because we want to make sure we put out a quality product to you guys every week. We want to give you something that you're going to come and enjoy and watch, something that you're going to talk back and forth. You're going to have conversation about. That's what we want to do. We want to spark conversation. Let's spark some conversation. You know what I say, y'all. Whatever you do, I want you to make sure that you do it to the best of your ability. Why? Because giving less than your best, my friend, that's failure. I want you to go and be great. In the words of my granddaddy, go and be great. I'm Tonyjem. This is Mansplainin, and we're out of here with a little Al Chauncey. I feel good. See a couple of other names I see that I did not get to shout out to. The King for Show McMillan. My boy Dave, good to see you, man. Anthony Reynolds, glad you chimed in. Dale Simmons, glad you chimed in. Gerald Murray, glad you came in. Sylvia Camille Pierce, Vanessa. That's Sylvia Camille. Glad you chimed in. Tyrone Carr did his thing. He chimed in. Corey L. Pearson. Man, good to see you. Good to see you step in there and keep up with us tonight. Flint Stone, my boy Flint. Good to see you, man. And Jeremy P. Dunlap. Man, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. We're just trying to do what we can do, y'all. We can only do what we can do. What's going on here? Let me see. Okay. All right. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good one. And that's it. Peace out. Rod Williams, TOTC. Good to see you. James Nakia Pennington. You got to tune in for a second. While you at work. Hey, my boy's on that truck. He's on that truck line. The Black Superman is what they call him. Good to see you, man. Ralph Davis. Ripcord Bama boy. Good to see you. Yeah. Allison King. Good to see you, cuz. She says, that the same dude you were talking about, Isley? Yes, ma'am. That was the same dude. Don't disrespect Mr. Big like that. Show some respect. Put some respect on his name. Hey, y'all, I'm going to see you guys next week. Hey, if you have any suggestions or anything about any shows that we should have coming up, anything that you might want to talk about, please feel free to drop it in the comments and let us know. Or please feel free to shoot me an email on Facebook through the Messenger or a message on YouTube. Send a message, say, hey, I want to hear you talk about this. Let's talk about that. We'll do a little research and we'll bring it up here on Mansplainin. I'm your boy, and I'm out.